Yo, yo, yo. Are we live and direct? Let's just make sure, man. Oh, yeah, we live with it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Big shout out to 1111 over on YouTube, man. And follow him on Instagram, too. He just dropped a video called The Massive Influence of Playboy Cardi's Whole Lot of Red. I don't know why it shows the red line here. I clicked it, but I haven't even watched this shit. So I figured if I'm gonna watch this, I'm gonna react. I'm gonna react live to it. He makes great videos, and I could tell already this is gonna be a banger. So let's get it, fam. The Massive Influence of Playboy Cardi's Whole Lot of Red.
December 24th, 2020, 11:59 p.m. You've been waiting over 2 years for a new album from Playboy Cardi. The clock finally strikes midnight. You immediately check to see if Cardi was telling the truth.
If you guys haven't seen my original reaction to Whole Lot of Red, I have an actual reaction to this shit. Like, genuinely first listen, me and my cousin in the car bumping this shit, and I liked all of it pretty much for the most part. I remember when he went on Instagram Live. I remember when what's it called? Yeah, he left alive. He left alive because people were talking mad shit about it, bro. I don't know if he saw it. He was like, oh nah. The reaction was definitely not what he was expecting at all.
Dropping music for once. Surprisingly, he was. Whole Lot of Red actually dropped.
Hold on 1 second. It was a little too loud. No.
Surprisingly, he was. Whole Lot of Red actually dropped. You press play and give it a listen. Yo.
I didn't think this song was that good. I knew it was good until, I'm telling you, the shows, that shit made this shit on another level.
What am I hearing right now? This the same Playboy Cardi? Hey, nah, this is kind of fire. Oh no, all my friends hate it already. Whole Lot of Mid starts trending. Nah, okay, this is hard. Or is it? Whole Lot of Red was met with some of the most mixed reviews I've ever seen.
Facts.
Some people loved it right away.
Yo, fuck Pitchfork. Big facts. Fuck
While
Pitchfork.
Others were calling it the worst album they'd ever heard. Even the Cardi fanbase was split down the middle. However, now over 2 years later, Whole Lot of Red is honestly one of the most influential albums of the last decade.
And that's crazy.
Today it seems like almost every rapper, especially in the underground, has been influenced at least a little by Playboy Cardi in this project in some way. From his minimalistic flows and ad-libs, which even NBA Youngboy has been trying.
Yo. I don't know how Trippy could do that, take photos like that, change his style, the black hair, the eyeliner. What was that song that he did where he looked just like Cardi? It was mad dark, Save Me or some shit. Bro, how could you not know that people were gonna say in the comments, you biting his style and shit like that?
To the way he dresses?
And Youngboy, bro, come on. It's so I think he even said recently, I think he said he liked Cardi a lot or some shit like that. It's just so obvious.
He performs, and definitely by the way, Cardi brought these aggressive rage beats to the mainstream with
At least Youngboy admitted it.
Like Yeet spark entire careers off of. The massive influence of Playboy Cardi's Whole Lot of Red.
And see, sorry, I don't mean to pause it too much. The thing about Yeet is that he might have got some influence from Cardi, but I don't really see the obvious, biting or, you know what I'm saying? He has his own style. So he separated himself from that. Maybe the beats, but even then. And
it goes beyond just the music. But even the leaks for this album were insane, with some of the most legendary snippets like Molly, Cancun, Neon, and Pissy Pamper, which somehow reached #1 on the Spotify charts after a random fan uploaded the leak. Clearly, the hype was huge for new music from Atlanta rapper Playboy Cardi.
2019,
his fans knew every
man.
lyric to his unreleased songs.
Crazy, bro.
So then, when he finally released his second studio album on Christmas of 2020, Whole Lot of Red would become Cardi's first #1 album of his career.
That's what's up. And it's just crazy to think, to me, that's his third album. They call Playboy Cardi's first tape a mixtape, but To me, that shit was an album.
Executive produced by Kanye West, who apparently is also on King Vamp shit, and at a total of 24 tracks, fans were stunned upon first listen. Whole Lotta Red sounded totally different from anything else we were hearing in hip-hop at the time, which is what made the album so special. You can't put me in a genre, Cardi says.
Word. I remember there was an interview that he did with Kid Cudi sometime early in 2021. You could only read it, though. There was no video. That was actually a really good interview. I don't know if you guys read that article.
From the straight-in-your-face production to the over-the-top abrasive lyrics, nobody was expecting this punk rock-inspired sound from Cardi after hearing the leaks we were getting, or following his previous album, Die Lit, which also had a pretty unique sound for its time. Aside from the track Sky, which is one of the few that sounds like it could have also made it on Die Lit, the rest of Whole Lotta Red is basically just aggressive rage songs.
There are some songs that you can argue didn't fit that whole rock vibe or whatever, like maybe I Love You, I Hate You, or what's that, or Control, or maybe what's another song, even Neon. I was surprised he even put that shit on there. I was shocked. I was hyped. I was like, oh shit, he actually put it on the tape. That's what's up.
This is definitely a soundtrack, you know, a nigga who steals kids' bikes would be listening to while he's doing it.
It was a very big artistic risk for Playboy Cardi, switching up his sound while at the biggest
that
point
virtual
of his
concert
career.
was crazy.
I don't give a damn, and everyone knows that. But again, it didn't really catch on at first. However, I think Cardi knew this was going to happen. Whole Lotta Red is an album not meant to be listened to in your room by yourself. Don't get me wrong, I've definitely done this. But what I mean is this project was made to be performed live.
And he said that too.
Hey, yo, fuck you, Cardi. I can't go nowhere. What do you mean jump out the house?
A year into
Yo, I never seen that reaction.
Its release, this album had never been played in front of a live physical audience. With it being the first year of the COVID pandemic and many restrictions still in place, it wasn't until Cardi started performing Whole Lotta Red that the album became widely accepted. Now, I use the term perform lightly, because Playboy Cardi's shows are more of him just screaming a few words here and there.
Yo, I swear, bro. Rolling Loud, New York. I've never experienced a set like that ever in my life, bro. Like, there was just something so different about it, bro. When he came out with the rain and just him screaming, that shit felt different. Like, the aura, the vibrations, everything about that shit was different.
But regardless, he puts on one of the most hype concerts today. So then when he was finally able to tour and play Whole Lotta Red on stage, opinions quickly changed, as fans started appreciating the album for what it was. My first thought after listening was, I gotta see this live. Along with the help of a few TikTok trends, Whole Lotta Red would even re-enter the Billboard 200 6 months after its release, and saw a 129% increase in sales.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. Usually when artists go on tour, they, like with Bad Bunny, bro, with his tour from last year, bro, it was selling like 60K every week. Crazy.
The Narcissist Tour, later named King Vamp Tour, began in October of 2021 and seemed to go viral about every week, as people were just excited to be outside again. Some maybe a little too excited.
This video shows a crowd chanting Cardi at NRG Arena last night.
It was chaos.
Yo, look at Yeet. Look at Yeet, boy. Like, look at my boy Yeet.
Warzone, honestly. It was mosh pits, fights, everything.
And we definitely can't forget his 2021 Lollapalooza
that
set,
Lollapalooza
the first time he debuted the album live, as Miley Cyrus fans got pissed while they waited for her to perform.
You can literally see the horror in every second.
And weren't aware of the crowd Playboy Cardi brings.
Oh, stop breathing. Yo.
Stop Breathing, a track that honestly deserves its own subgenre. With production by Filthy S-Sword and Lucrative, these compressed 808s paired with lyrics about Cardi's gang life make Stop Breathing one of the most energetic songs of all time. Although one that few can actually relate to, well, besides taking your shirt off and ho Stop Breathing, but all can mosh to.
That's a top 10
However,
mosh
it's
song.
important to note that Cardi wasn't the first artist to experiment with rage beats, despite being the one responsible for popularizing them in the mainstream.
So Fago
rage
probably.
beats or
I
rage
knew it.
music is a term given to this new subgenre of trap developed in the early 2020s. Heavily influenced by EDM, rage beats are characterized by hard-hitting trap drums and aggressive repetitive synths. There is always talk about who actually started rapping over them first.
Yeah, you could argue like Cardi was influenced by shit. My man's right here. To be honest.
Was it fellow Opium artist Ken Carson with his track Yale, Sofago with Off the Map, or maybe even Uno the Activist?
I don't think I've heard that song. Ethereal
Who
Dreams.
has tracks you could definitely label as rage dating back to 2018.
I spend any rage like fucking I can't end up in the college. I'm
Oh shit.
no way left for no Jackson. I thought it fell down, my bitch to the bone,
But the name itself stems from Trippie Redd's song Miss the Rage,
Ah, yeah.
also featuring Playboi Carti. Miss the Rage and Off the Map are two prime examples of what a rage beat sounds like by definition, but low-key they can sometimes be hard to define. So while there's definitely a couple by definition on Whole Lotta
Yo, hold on.
Red's
Having your teeth like that's kind of crazy, bro. Like to have those metal things in between your teeth, like that shit looks permanent. I doubt it is, but I could never have that shit on my teeth, bro. Like, I don't know, man. To each his own.
So while there's definitely a couple by definition on Whole Lotta Red, I also wouldn't say it's full of your standard rage beats you typically hear today.
Word.
Although it has inspired the vigorous tone most now include in 2023.
Yo, what's your favorite song off this album, Chad? Let me know, man.
However, despite Carti deserving credit for pioneering these beats as well as his flow which fits perfectly with them, we also have to give credit to his producers, who play a huge
Facts.
role in this too.
Facts. Filthy.
Filthy, one of the main influences behind this new sound, has
Facts.
production credits on 6 tracks off Whole Lotta Red.
Damn, Metamorphosis on that time. Stop Breathing. Rockstar made new tank. Punk Mom.
Carti's creative director and producer Art Dealer has 7, as well as Starboy and Out of Town are also heard frequently throughout this project.
Look at my man's with the Kirby tat though on his face. When you get a tat like that on your face, boy, you have no choice but to make it in this industry, bro.
Then, of course, we must mention Carti's frequent collaborator, Pierre Bourne, whose 808s and drum patterns have undoubtedly helped inspire this new wave.
That's a goat right there, man. That's a goat.
Yo, Pierre, you wanna come out here?
But today you can
That's crazy that shit is from that.
Yo, Pierre, you wanna come out here?
But today you can hear Playboi Carti and Whole Lotta Red's influence in so many rappers, especially in
Facts.
the underground. The entire underground scene has thrived as a result of this sound hitting the mainstream. It was already gaining a little momentum in that scene, but Whole Lotta Red made it cool and popular with the general audience.
Like being around Cardi taught me how to rap over trap beats. Remember, I used to make music like Chance the Rapper and them kind of like in that lane.
Although you could argue
That's crazy. Lucky making songs in that Chance the Rapper lane. I can't even fathom that.
his sound was headed this direction prior, Yeet is another rapper to skyrocket his career off of this wave, to the point where I'd say he's no longer underground. Check out my Yeet video if
Great
you
video.
don't know who Yeet is.
Great video.
However, there's no denying that Yeet has also been inspired by Playboi Carti in this album. He
Word.
literally dropped a remix of May, as well as his beats for Turban and Trendy Way were actually Whole Lotta Red type beats from
Wow, I did not know that. My man's doing the research, fam. That's wild.
YouTube. Now, with up-and-coming artists like Ken Carson and Destroy Lonely under Carti's Opium label, along with mainstream names like Trippie Redd and NBA Youngboy, for example, rage has been
That's fucking nuts, bro. And then painting his face and shit.
dominating this new decade of hip-hop. Thanks again in large part to these producers as well. However, too much of something can often be bad. Project X, Trip at Night, Up to Me, Two Alive, Year of the Ox.
Yo, great editing, bro. The editing, like, this shit, I know this took forever to do. Like, I want to make videos like this, but it's like, yo, it's just a lot of work, bro.
Life in Hell, Homicide Lifestyle, No Stylist. These are just a few of the many rage-inspired projects to follow in Whole Lotta Red's footsteps.
I would argue that, yeah, Life in Hell, there's some rage songs, but it mostly isn't.
Although it does appear that Playboy Carti will be switching up his
But Lancey is definitely inspired by Cardi.
sound yet again on his upcoming album.
Now
As of the time I'm
Sure.
recording this, we have no idea when Carti's next album is gonna drop, or even if it will ever drop. But from the little information we get, it appears like the project will be again a different
What the fuck is this bitch? Subtle little touch right there. That makes this fucking hilarious. First of all, your shoulders look crazy.
sound than we're used to, as well as heavily inspired by Lil Wayne.
He's doing completely different. His whole shit that he's doing again is going to shock people.
The massive influence that Whole Lotta Red has had on hip-hop in the past 2 years is undeniable.
Undeniable. Yeah, it's definitely true.
It goes beyond just the music and has
Before
inspired
Whole
a
Lotta
new
Red? I
generation
mean,
of
before
artists
Rolling
that
Loud?
borrow from its ideas. In a time
I
when
don't know
so
if he's
much
dropping
music is
before-
being
I don't
released
know.
and very little seems to stick, the fact that we're still talking about it over 2 years later says something. Although still too early to label this album as a classic, or maybe even as Cardi's best work, its impact has already been huge. Whole Lotta
Facts.
Red seems to be appreciated more and more as time goes on.
Great video, my boy. That's crazy. Great video. Y'all go subscribe to him, man. I'm just curious as to what Cardi's sound is gonna sound like. I saw a video on my homepage. Was it Cardi snippets? No. Damn, there was a video like Cardi new sound. Right here, yeah. Let's watch this real quick.
Playboy
Oh, hold on.
Playboy Carti has just recently announced that we'd be getting new music from him soon.
Are y'all ready for new Cardi?
What came with the announcement was some cryptic information of what we can expect on this new album.
Cardi and Lil Wayne.
Don't forget, Wayne did give us a rock album with Rebirth. So do you feel like maybe Cardi's taking inspiration from that?
Lil Wayne actually had like a little rock phase.
Most people are quick to assume that Carti must have been
Yo, my man's vocals gotta be a little louder. Shout out Geek about it though.
inspired by Wayne's rockstar era, and that this is the sound he's going for. But I would beg to differ. Tackling that sound wouldn't be much of a feat. It's not all that different from his previous punk era. And seeing how gassed his team is at this mysterious new sound, I'm led to
Oh shit, I never seen that clip. That clip
from his
crazy.
previous punk era. And seeing how gassed his team is at this mysterious new sound, I'm led to believe that they're onto something completely left of center from anything Cardi has ever done before.
Cardi fans, I got y'all some exclusive news. The sound
Yo.
he did last time, he's flipping it. He doing some other shit now. It's going to shock people.
Something super ambitious and somewhat risky.
Who were the artists who you most grew up listening to?
Lil Wayne.
Wayne in 2008 was untouchable. This was peak Lil Wayne, selling 1 million records first week.
A million?
Lil
Wayne, see?
My fiercest competition. You scared me, man. Every time you spit, man.
Dominating both on the radio and in the streets.
Hey, Wayne hopped on your beat. What? Wayne, he hopped on your beat.
Man, stop playing, bro. That's not a good fucking joke, bro.
If you weren't around to see it, you would actually never believe how much of a star he was back then.
Because I felt like nobody was ever going to be as big as Lil Wayne during like Lollipop times and obviously like Carter 3 times.
Do you guys believe Carter 3 is a classic?
Yes.
Yes.
I think this is the era of Wayne that Cardi has been learning and taking from. In Cardi's interview with Double XL, they spoke about some unreleased songs that he had played for the writer. The writer pointed out a particular song and said that Cardi is singing in a lower register.
My man's voice is hella low. I hope he drops soon. Hey, listen. If he does drop before Rolling Loud, that's crazy. I doubt it. I'm expecting that shit to drop. That's crazy. I don't know. I honestly don't know, fam. To be honest with you. But yeah, man. I definitely just wanted to come out here, talk about that. Y'all go follow 1111, man.